Let me put it that way. It's kind of crazy how much my Burberry coat collection grew. Hi and very welcome! My name is Mary, this is my channel Lumi Level Up, and I'm a luxury lover on an average income trying to be more mindful with my money. This is a very exciting video for me to film because about 3 years ago I already did film this video, my Burberry coat collection, and oh have things changed since then. I added quite a bunch of more Burberry coats and jackets to my collection. The old collection video, if you have seen it, I shared 2 wool winter coats and 2 trench coats. But the trench coats were not mine, but my sister's, and I shared that with you. I told you so that I'm still searching for the perfect bargain trench coat, and 3 years later, my stats now are 2 wool winter coats, still the same as back in the days, 4 trench coats, 2 kilted jackets, and 1 blazer. So we have quite a lot to go through in this video. I did film outside so that I can get nice mod shots for you. Unfortunately, the lighting situation was not perfect, but I filmed from 2 different angles, and where the sun was not directly in the way, the shots are quite okay. Just a little backstory. When I filmed that initial collection, I already told you that I'm still on the hunt for the perfect trench at the flea market, the perfect bargain, and seriously, about 2 weeks later I visited a flea market and hit the Burberry trench coat jackpot. I was there with a friend of mine. She was the first one to spot one of the trench coats. I say one because there was not one, there were not 2, there were 3 trench coats. She spotted the first one, which was this black one, which I think ended up being my favorite coat of all times. She spotted that one. Then I grabbed a beigey one like this, and another beige nylon one. So I had 2 beige ones and she had the black one. From the first moment I liked the cut of the black one the most, and I didn't need 2 beige ones. But luckily she wanted a sandy beige one because she says this is the classical Burberry color and she would like to have that one much rather if I would trade with her. And I was like, yeah, sure. In the end I got the black one from her, we swapped. She got my beige one, so this is not the one from that first flea market. And I kept this nylon one so that I had a beige one even right after that flea market. And unfortunately, I can't find my pricing anymore because usually I write everything down, but I couldn't find on those Burberry trench coats. But I checked back with her on phone right now as well, and she said she doesn't remember exactly anymore either, but she thinks we paid somewhere between 20 and 25 euro for each coat. I have in the back of my mind ringing that I paid 45 euro for that black one and that nylon-y beige one. And I think now I'm going to roll the clips from outside with the mod shots. I'm going to tell you when I got the coats, what I paid. If I remember, I think for most of the other coats I still know, at least roughly, and can tell you. It's just, I don't know, I don't even have words for, because when I did that first collection video, I was hoping to find a trench coat one day, and boom, I found so many at the flea market. For all of them, I paid very, very good prices, incredible prices, one might say as well. Let me check my list here. The most expensive one of them has been 55 euro. So I got all of them for under 55 and some even unbelievable steals. But enough with the rambling, enough with the talking. Enjoy the try on of my entire Burberry coat collection. We start off with a camel beige wool coat cape that I already had in the video 3 years ago. I still remember the day I bought it from an older lady at a garage flea market, so kind of an estate sale. She just asked for 20 euro on that coat, but from all the other stuff she was selling and from her house as well, I'm quite certain that the coat is authentic. Actually, I think it's way easier to authenticate somewhat older vintage pieces because the quality is just there. Unfortunately, the hood is not laying perfectly in those shots because I didn't have a mirror with me for that filming, but I think you get the idea. And I still love that coat as much as on the first day that I got it. The second Burberry coat that I want to share with you is a wool winter coat as well, this time a dark navy blue duffel coat that has the popular Burberry interior. This one, as well as the first one, is a little bit big on me, but I like to wear it open, then I think the oversized look does work. Unfortunately, I do not remember exactly anymore anymore what I paid. Might have been 30 euro possibly, and I think this coat might be from the men's collection because it is quite big and I am quite tall, but I still think it does work on me, and many of my trends are men's coats probably as well, but I don't care. Since it is vintage, it still has the Burberry's tag as well. I already mentioned this black trench coat at the beginning of the video, and yes, I think this might be my favorite piece because I just love the cut on that one. It is on the longer side, but I think it just, something about it is amazing. I don't know if it is from the men's or the women's line, but I think the cut is just so timeless, especially with the belt and being able to cinch it up in the waist. It's perfect, and since I am that tall, the length works perfectly fine on me. As I already told you, I paid between 20 and 25 euro for that coat probably. The seller had 3 vintage Burberry trench coats, or let me rather say Burberrys, because obviously they still have the older label with the S, and I'm quite sure they are authentic because to me it seemed like a relative was selling the collection of someone who might have passed away or just gave away their stuff because didn't need it anymore, and this was just such a lucky find, so close to filming the initial Burberry coat collection video that it felt like it was meant to be. And I'm so happy that my friend swapped with me for the black coat because I have seen several sandy beige vintage ones at flea markets, but never again I found a black one. From the same seller is that beige nylon one, which unfortunately I'm not really doing justice in this video because I did neither remember nor even notice that there was a belt knotted in the back, and it obviously would have looked nicer buttoning it up and then cinching in the waist. I don't know why I didn't notice that there even is a belt. I can tell you that I have not worn that coat in a long time because it's just not my favorite. I don't like too much that there is no Novacek Burberry interior, and I'm not the biggest fan of that material either. It feels very thin and nylon-y, and I much rather prefer the classic coated Burberry canvas kind of material that's way more thick than this coat jacket feels. But hey, for the price I paid, I really cannot complain. Wouldn't rule out though that I might sell that one day. Since I traded in my sandy beige classical trench coat that I spotted for the black one, I was very happy when probably months later I found another sandy beige one at a night flea market. This one was not super cheap. I paid 50 euro for it, which, well, still is a great price for a classic vintage Burberry coat. For this one, I'm sure it is a man's coat because I bought it from a man. It does come with a belt as well. Unfortunately, this one does have some slight stains that I did not notice right away because it was a night flea market and the lights were low, but I think I still can pull it off and you cannot really spot the stains when the coat is worn. Let me know in the comments if you think this can pass as a classic timeless trench coat cut, or if you think it is quite vintagey and you could tell from first look that it is a vintage coat as all of the other trench coats I already showed to you. This one as well has the Burberry's logo tag, so not Burberry like the modern ones, but the saving absolutely is worth it to me. And in this exact moment I found something in my pocket, which was hubby's car key that he has been missing for months now. Luckily he still had a second car key, but whoopsie, glad I filmed that video and found the key now. The longer I look at that trench coat, the more I like it and the more I realize that it is kind of similar to the black one that I love so much, but somehow I still think the black one suits me better. Maybe it's the color that kind of washes me out, or what do you think? Which one do you prefer? The latest trench coat addition to my collection is this navy blue one that is a men's coat as well, because I bought it from an older man as well. I scored this one at a flea market in Nuremberg where I even vlogged for you, so you could check that out if you're curious about that. This one doesn't come with a belt, but I think it has a very straight shape so that it still works even though a tad oversized on me. I paid 40 euro for it. If I remember it correctly, I probably haggled the price down, maybe from starting at 60 or 50, but if you want to know exactly, you can check out the vlog where I bought that coat. I just can't leave vintage Burberry behind. The next item is the most expensive one in my Burberry coat and jacket collection, or at least the one I paid the most for, which is kind of ridiculous to say so, because even this kilted jacket was just 55 euro. And this one is way newer and more current than all the other items we looked at in this video so far, because it even already has the Burberry logo tag, not the older Burberry's one. The jacket has silver buttons and the typical Burberry Nova check interior lining to make it very noticeably Burberry. Trust me, I hardly could believe my luck when just a few weeks later I found another kilted Burberry jacket, this time in creamy beige, and the price of this one is nearly too good to be true. I just paid 4 euro for that jacket, and if I would not have bought it from the cutest older lady grandma, I might be skeptical about authenticity at that great price, but well, actually I think it's just the luck you sometimes have when thrifting, because the quality on that jacket is perfect. There's absolutely nothing to be concerned about. Silver buttons as well, and this one is in perfect condition as well. Even though it's such a light color, there's no signs of wear on that jacket at all. Just a very lucky find at a flea market once again. We finish off with a bonus item that's not necessarily a coat or a jacket, but a man's blazer that I like to wear oversized. Not entirely sure how well you will be able to see it in this video. It is linen and it is striped in blue and white so that it looks like a light blue from far away. I bought it for 8 euro from an adorable older couple, probably in their late 60s, maybe early 70s. They oftentimes have a stall at one of the flea markets that I like to visit, and they always have great branded luxury items. The lady as well, so when I see them, I always check them out. And here we are again. Unfortunately, I will edit the video first and do the voiceover, and then this part is already filmed, so I'm not entirely sure if there is anything that I forgot to mention. I hope you enjoyed my collection. Let me know which of the trench coats or jackets was your favorite, is your favorite. This is a sign that you do not have to pay thousands for luxury clothing, especially with those very classic shapes and classic brands like Burberry, where the trench coats, yes, they do change sometimes a little bit in style, but you can wear them for years and years and years and years to come. Try thrifting maybe if you don't want to spend 1,500, 2,500 euro or dollar on a trench coat. You might be lucky, maybe not as lucky as I have been multiple times, but there are chances out there to score a great bargain. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you next time, and bye! We have not already shooted a thumbnail yet, and I really don't know how to do it to show as much as possible, to make you curious, but to do not give everything away right away, but to make it interesting and visually appealing as well. So yeah, I will have to get hubby included, because if I do it on my own, it will be out of focus, and that would be a pity for such a great video topic. It's insane. Let me check my stats. Where will I put the video?